वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन भगवान की, श्री श्री राधा मदन गोपाल की, श्री श्री गौर निताय की, जगन्नाथ बलदेव देवी सुभद्रा की, जगत गुरु शिल प्रभुपाद की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंद। So I am sorry for being here next Sunday in a row due to some scheduling issue. I am here again next Sunday giving a Sunday feast class. Usually I don't do that, but due to scheduling issues, I was asked at the last moment to give a class to continue the last Sunday's presentation that I was giving. I wasn't able to finish. So it's my good fortune in that way. As the last time, I was explaining a little bit about Iskcon, the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. That's what we are. And our founder Acharya is on that Vyasasana, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada was born in 1896 in Kolkata. And in 1996, we celebrated his 100-year centennial. And in a few years from now, we will be celebrating his 125th birth anniversary. So he left our physical presence in 1977 at the age of 81. And for Iskcon, he left behind him not one leader, so many leaders. Not one person to take care of Iskcon, look after Iskcon or head Iskcon. So many different devotees to head Iskcon. So Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj was one of his disciples that he left to take care of Iskcon. There are several different ways of leadership in Iskcon. There is spiritual leadership as well as there is managerial leadership. So some leaders are spiritual leaders as well as managerial leaders. Some leaders are spiritual leaders only, and some leaders are managerial leaders only. But Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj was spiritual leader and a managerial leader. And he looked after all of Canada, and he looked after all of North India as well. So before leaving this planet, as I was explaining last time, that Srila Prabhupada started this movement at the age of 69. He was not all that young. At the age of 69, he started Iskcon, the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Other than Iskcon, he started so many other organizations, such as the Bhaktivedanta Book Trust, that publishes his books all over the world. His books are published in more than 100 languages. There are so many Bhaktivedanta Book Trust divisions in the world: European division, Indian, North American. The North American head office is in LA. The Indian one is in Mumbai, and so on. So for all over the world, the Bhaktivedanta Book Trust publishes these books and distributes them to the temples. And our founder Acharya, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, also left Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, whose first disappearance day we are celebrating. He left him with the responsibility of also being the one of the trustees for the Bhaktivedanta Book Trust. Srila Prabhupada also founded another organization called the Bhaktivedanta Gurukulas, where young children of devotees and others come to the boarding school and stay in the Gurukula. We have several different kinds of Gurukulas. Some Gurukulas are affiliated with the local education board, recognized. And we also have some traditional Gurukulas. Traditional Gurukula, where there is no formal degree awarded, just our own. So the students in the traditional Gurukula, they study philosophy, language, and mathematics. That's it. I do several tours of our traditional Gurukula in Mayapur. We also have a traditional Gurukula in Vrindavan. And we have the boarding Gurukulas. We also have the Gurukulas where children come to the school for the day and they go home, like a day boarding, day boarders. Is that what they call it? Day boarding? Day boarding. So at the traditional Gurukula, the older children, meaning older than 7, they would wake up at 3 a.m. Sorry, 2:30 a.m. 2:30 a.m. And those who are young, they sleep a little longer and wake up at 3. But these children are not sleep deprived because all their activity ends by 5 p.m. and by 6 p.m. they are expected to go to bed. So if you go to bed at 6 p.m., then waking up at 3 a.m. is not all that impractical. So they're not going through anything uh, extraordinary, but it is extraordinary going to bed early and waking up early. The other Gurukulas start with the school timing and so on. Srila Prabhupada also founded something called the Bhakti Vedanta Institute. Bhakti Vedanta Institute. In North America, the Bhakti Vedanta Institute mainly is in San Francisco, and in India, it's mainly in Bombay, and it's expanding all over the place, especially now with all the Zoom classes and so on. The Bhakti Vedanta Institute is spreading. The Bhakti Vedanta Institute is an educational institution that Srila Prabhupada founded for post-secondary education. And now, in many places, many cities, provinces, countries, it is also being recognized for PhD studies. People can enroll through Bhaktivedanta Institute into a PhD program, and all their studies are looked after, and the teachers are provided who will finally grade their thesis and give them the PhD degree. We are also starting a Bhaktivedanta University. Bhaktivedanta University will give a whole range of courses, mainly philosophy and theology and so on. We are starting that in Vrindavan. We have many students who have gone through the regular studies through and have taken PhDs in theology, and they are teaching in universities. The name is called the Hindu Spiritual Studies and so on. So there are many organizations Srila Prabhupada founded. He also founded something called Food for Life. Food for Life. Food for Life is a free food distribution program. As a matter of fact, this free food distribution program is the largest vegetarian food relief program in the whole world today. The largest vegetarian food program. Vegetarian food relief program. There may be other food relief programs who are bigger than Food for Life, but for vegetarian food, we are number one. Everywhere in the world, our devotees go out on food distribution. When the Ukraine war broke out, we were the first ones to go there with our khichdi. We were all over the news. As well as right here in Vancouver, we have a very regular Food for Life program going downtown and feeding the homeless people. So, I want to give you a brief introduction of what we are, who we are. We are not just a Hindu temple that you come here and ask for your wishes, manovancha, and that's all. We have a very elaborate program. At this temple, we start at 4:30 a.m. Our first aarti offered to the deities is 4:30 a.m. So if you ever came at the 4:30 a.m. program, you would see all the deities on the altar dressed up like they're dressed up right now in a very fancy, elaborate dressing. If you come in the morning, you would see them in nighties. 4:30 a.m. they give darshan in their nighties. So every night they change into lighter dresses. And in the morning, the first aarti is performed in their nighties. So it's a very special experience. I would like to invite all of you to sometime join us at 4:30 a.m. at the Mangal Aarti. And then at 7:30 a.m., after the Mangal Aarti at 4:30 and before the 7:30, the deities are dressed again every day. This is every day without fail. No Sunday off, no holidays off, nothing. Every day they are dressed up again in a whole other new outfit with the whole set of new jewelry and so on, and all day they give darshan with that outfit. And at night, after 8:30 when the darshan close, they change into their nighties and prepare for rest for the night. And in between that, between 4:30 and 8:30, there are 6 services performed, 6 aartis are performed, 6 times the bhoga offering, foodstuffs are offered to the deities. In the middle of the day, they get their main meal called the Raj Bhoga. At about noon, they have their big meal, and that's also distributed to everybody who comes here. So there's quite a bit of programs going on here other than the Sunday feast. So our Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, left so many devotees in charge of this movement, and one of them was our Guru Maharaj, Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, whose disappearance anniversary we have been celebrating from last Sunday going up to next Sunday. So we are taking some time to discuss his glories, discuss his pastimes. As Nitai Ram Prabhu announced that in 1978 we purchased this land that you are sitting on. From this end, VHP end, to the next end, that's called the Hop-on Farm. Up to there is this property. Altogether, this is about 10 acres. We bought most of this land in 1978, and Srila Prabhupada, who's present there in the Murti form, had already left in 1977. So the cornerstone was laid by his disciple, Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. He looked after all of Canada. He used to come here 3 times a year in the 80s and the 90s. Then he started to come twice a year, and more recently, with his more advanced age, he was only coming to Canada once a year. But when he came once a year to North America, he took about a 40-day tour of the whole North America. Very many cities he visited. But in Vancouver, we were so fortunate that he gave us, out of the 30-40 days, he gave us 7 to 10 days. So his visit here was quite substantial. As I was explaining yesterday, how many of you were there with us on the last Sunday feast class? Oh, not so many. Okay, anyway. So a couple of years ago, his disciples in Delhi wanted to print a book on his life and dedicate to him. And uh, they asked us, other disciples from here and there, to contribute, to glorify him with their memories of what they saw in Guru Maharaj, how he showed all those glorifiable qualities. So we discussed this one, that one time I went to Seattle to receive him, and he had just come in from Boise, and somebody had attacked the devotees with a sword, open sword. And he's telling me about it in this picture. And he's calling that person who attacked the devotees a devotee. So I'm arguing with him that how can you call a person a devotee, although this person attacked devotees with a sword? And out of his tolerance, he said, well, he is a devotee because he chanted the name of God sometime. I showed this one. This is in Washington, D.C. I showed up there to get his association. I flew to Washington, D.C. and he was visiting the area. This is actually Maryland, close to Washington, D.C. And he was present at a home and having lunch. And out of his compassion for a fallen little self like me, he sat me down with him on the dining table and talked to me over there. Compassion. And I sent this story for patience. This is at the Sharnagati farm. Those of you who are not aware, we have a Sharnagati farm here in BC. It's about 3 hours away, about 300 kilometers, about 3 hours away, close to Highway 1. And Guru Maharaj used to like to go there almost every time and stay there for a day and a half. Always wanted to stay there for at least one night. So day and a half, sometimes 2 days, he stayed there. And when we went there, next day somebody invited us to come to their temple and give a Bhagavatam class at 8 a.m. So we showed up there, Guru Maharaj and myself, at 8 a.m. and they're not ready. This picture was taken at about 10 a.m. We are still waiting for that to start the program. And you can see Guru Maharaj is getting a little anxious if you check the look on his face, but he is still so patient that he did not scold anyone, he did not shout at anyone, he just patiently waiting. This is back in India in the 80s, early 80s. As I mentioned before, that Guru Maharaj, Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, was our spiritual leader as well as managerial leader. So spiritual leadership you do mostly from the Vyasasana and leading kirtans, giving lectures, inspiring devotees. Whereas managerially, you have to not only formally have meetings, but also go and have sudden inspections as to what is happening. So this is a big festival, I think it's Janmashtami, and he, after meetings and so many things, he's going towards the main stage to give a class, and on the way he stops to see how the cooking is going on in the back and how the festival preparations, is everything clean, neat, and so on. So you can see the tents in the background. Used to be tents like that in India before. Nobody uses those kind of tents anymore. And he's checking on the cooks, the cooking and festival preparations. How is it going? This is a blessing to a newly born. This is my little Damodar. Many of you may know Damodar Hari. He chants Kirtan here. He's not here right now. He is just born one day. He's just a few hours old. And Guru Maharaj showed up in town. This was October 12th. And those days, we used to get a phone call. There was no email. There was no text. And nobody had ever thought that we would ever have a mobile phone. So the only way to communicate was regular landline. So we had heard that Guru Maharaj was coming around the 8th of October. And his due date was also 8th of October. Sorry, not 8th, 15th. He said he will be coming around 15th of October, and his due date was also 15th of October. But usually, our experience was when he says he's coming around the 15th, then he will call again and say, okay, no, I'll be coming around 16th or 17th. No. All the time, almost all the time, just a few days, his program had to change. Always had to postpone. But this particular time, his program preponed from 15th to the 12th. And Damodar, who was also due on 15th, also arrived on the 12th. So of course I could not go to pick up Guru Maharaj at the airport, and Jagavanda Prabhu did, and he told Jagavanda as soon as he found out that there was a childbirth, he said, okay, let's go to the hospital and see the baby. So he's come to bless a newly born in the hospital. And we got this picture at the right moment. This was about him being so funny. Many times I notice that when I go, my godbrothers would put me in the front, that you go, because close to him, just very close proximity, there are so many close disciples who are personal servant team, and they don't let other devotees come so close. But when they would see me, they would make the room and squeeze me in and say, no, you please. And one day I asked them, why do you do that? I said, when you come, his mood lightens up, he smiles more, he laughs more. Otherwise, he's serious more. So we like to see him smile more. So this is a big festival going on. This is called the boat festival. We are in Vrindavan. There's a boat festival going on. There is a sunken courtyard. And the sunken courtyard, of course, has the drains for water, but we block the drains and fill it up with water. So it fills up like 2.5 feet, that much water. And we decorate it with the flowers and stuff, put a boat in it, and our deities go in the boat on a boat ride. So it's very loud, kirtan going on, so many people. It is such a big festival, such a sweet festival, and so many people want to go, and there is no set date for it. So what we do is we don't advertise it because just from the close circle, there are so many people that we cannot handle anymore. So, but still, 2 days, 3 days advance notice, we would tell the close circle devotees and it would just fill up. So you can see that in such a loud festival, he asked me to lend my ear to him, and he told me such a joke that I'm laughing. He is laughing, and nobody else has an idea why these two are laughing. This was my memory of him being funny that I submitted. This was on humility. When there is Deepdan in the temple room in Vrindavan, it can take you good 35-40 minutes to reach to the front. So when senior devotees will come, some devotees go make room, ask the other people to go aside, the senior devotee is coming, and so make room for him. So we went to make room for Guru Maharaj, and he said, no, I will wait my turn in line. Took about 35 minutes for him to get up to the front, but he showed his humility by waiting in line. There were so many of us wanting to make room for him. This is here in Vancouver at Kali Krishna Prabhu's home. When he comes, we do a Guru Puja and we offer him flowers. So he always insists that don't offer fresh flowers to me. You offer flowers to Srila Prabhupada first, and when they become offered flowers, then you can offer to me. So we are all lining up and offering flowers. And he has already given instruction, but so many flowers are coming, and he's not trusting the devotees completely that these flowers are being offered to Srila Prabhupada. So he sent me from in between, go check if the flowers are being offered to Srila Prabhupada before they are being offered to me or not. That's his submissiveness to his Guru that he had. This is a ultimate story. In about 1980, we got land for the present Delhi temple. Who has been to our Delhi temple in east of Kailash? Some devotees have been, many have not. It is called the Glory of India. And it's a very major temple that Guru Maharaj built. It was opened by Atal Bihari Vajpayee when he was the Prime Minister in the year 1998 or something. So in the 80s, early 80s, we wanted to get that land. And that land could only be assigned to us by Delhi Development Authority called DDA. And the head of the DDA was a Muslim man. And he had the file on his table, but he was not signing for so many years. But we had an engineer, chief engineer working over there who was a Brahmin. And one day he came running to the temple and he said the head of the DDA, the person who was holding our file, is dead. No. So tomorrow, the government is going to place somebody else to replace him temporarily. And that temporary person will have full authority for temporary period of time. So somehow or the other, we got that file signed because of this temporary person came. But that land was very, very expensive, worth a lot of money, and they gave it to us for 5 lakh rupees. And at that time, even 5 lakh rupees in 1980 was a lot of money. Our total income of the whole temple was about 50,000 rupees a month. And the total expense was also about the same. So we had nothing in the bank, no real income accumulating, nothing. All of a sudden, we need this 5 lakh rupees. And we have to have it by Monday so that, because if we don't submit that money on Monday with our signed application, then it goes into limbo again, and God knows what will happen with it now. So, at the Sunday feast, so many people came. Guru Maharaj came, he gave the class, and then he went to his room, and so many people wanted to meet him. So there's a lineup outside his room to meet him, have personal darshan with him, speak to him, talk to him. And I was managing that line, bringing people in, taking people out. So at the end of the line, there was a brand new family with 2 little children. Very simple looking people. And at the end, Guru Maharaj asked me, is everybody done? I said, well, yeah, almost everybody is done. There's one more family left. They're brand new, Guru Maharaj. You're tired. I can ask them to come next week. He said, no, bring it. So this gentleman with his wife and 2 children came and asked Guru Maharaj that there seems to be some kind of problem going on here. I can sense that there is something going on. Maharaj, can you tell me what is going on? So Maharaj didn't want to tell him, but said, okay, you're asking. The issue is that we need 5 lakh rupees. And we don't know where to get it. Don't block the walkway there. Please. Don't block the walkway so people can keep coming in. So this gentleman, very simple person, came in a bus, DTC bus, with holding hands of 2 little children. He said, that's all? Okay, send somebody to my shop tomorrow morning. So Guru Maharaj called me and he said, this gentleman wants you to go to his shop. His shop was the size of a little bigger than this Vyasasana. That was the size of the shop. There's a counter in the front. If you take the counter out, then you can come out of the shop. Otherwise, you can't come out of the shop. You're locked in. So I showed up at his shop and he had a bundle wrapped in the newspaper. And he took it out of his counter and he put it on the front. Here. Adidev was with me. So we didn't say anything, we didn't ask anything, we just, because this is open market, there's so many people. So we don't want to open what is inside, it's not safe. So we just grabbed that bundle and we sat in our three-wheeler scooter. We used to have three-wheeler scooters at that time. The temple owned 9 of them. So we had one for use and the driver took us right back to the temple right away. And over there we opened, and to our surprise, there were 50 bundles of the 100 rupee bills. 100 rupee was the only bill, the highest bill that was there at that time. The whole 5 lakh rupees were there. So quickly we went and deposited and everything, and we waited. Next weekend, next Sunday, this person came back to the temple. So now we know what is going on. He actually gave the 5 lakh rupees. 5 lakh rupees is a very big amount at that time. You can consider 50 crore. At that time, 5 lakh rupees. In Greater Kailash, you could buy a whole house for 1 lakh rupees with the land and everything. At that time, he gave 5 lakh. So I asked him, what happened? How come you don't know us? You came here for the first time. You met us for the first time. And you gave us so much money. So he revealed his mind to me. He said that person, that Guru Maharaj, came to my dream the night before with Krishna. Krishna came to my dream with Gopal Krishna Maharaj, brought him. Krishna came to my dream with Gopal Krishna Maharaj and said to me, you surrender to him, he is your Guru. And I had this 5 lakh rupees from a sale of some family property, and I didn't know what to do with it. And with that anxiety, I had gone to bed, and in my dream, Krishna came. And so in the morning, I gave that description, and somebody told me, go to the Hare Krishna temple, maybe it's a sadhu from the Hare Krishna temple. So when I came to the temple, I saw him sitting right there at the Vyasasana, exactly the same person who had come to my dream. Guru Maharaj is so miraculous. He was so empowered by his Guru and the Supreme Lord. So far, we have heard Guru Govind do khade, kaake lage paaye, and so many things. But this person actually saw. It is said in the Shastra that by the grace of Guru, you get Krishna or you get God. But by the grace of God, first you get the Guru. Because where would the Guru come from? First, you get the Guru from the grace of God. So this person was live example of what is so popular in the Shastra, always given. I wanted to share that with you. I think our class time has run out. We're going to go to the Kirtan, but if there is anybody who has a quick question, we can take and set up for the Kirtan. Any quick question by anybody? So we will start a Kirtan here in the temple room, and the prasadam serving will start outside in the tent very soon. You're welcome to go take prasad there after 7?
7.
Yeah, after 7. And after prasadam, you're welcome to come back and join us for the kirtan and enjoy chanting the holy name. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Tirobhav Mahotsav ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande.
Thank you so much, Guru Prabhu, for more glorification of Guru Goswami Maharaj. We'll invite everybody to stand now. Prasadam will be served at 7 o'clock in the tent. You're welcome to go anytime from this point on. For now, everybody would like to stand up for darshan. And the kirtan will begin in just a moment. Thank you. Hare Krishna.